pain points in recruitment are one, about handling the initial wave of applicants. Secondly, it's about making sure you respond in a timely manner to all the applicants to protect your brand out there. And thirdly, it's about making sure you get the right cultural fit. Express helps you with all of those. So it'll deal with the applicants as they come in, it'll screen them against a set of criteria, it'll tell you which are the top 3, 5, 10, however many you want to look at in detail. It'll then automatically respond to all of them via an email to let them know they have received your application and that you're getting back in touch with them. So it addresses those efficiency processes really early on. And then in terms of the cultural fit, you can customise the way that it asks questions and deals with the applicants as they come in, so that you've already screened out the non-fit people right from the word go. So it actually helps facilitate and remove those pain points in a really effective way. The benefits of doing things the Express way are that, one, it makes it more efficient and effective, so it improves the time from identifying a need to being able to fill the position. But it also enables us to recruit more carefully around the value system and the beliefs that we have. But it also identifies for the clients that we are technology savvy, that it's important that they understand technology and how to use it, and that once they come into the system or into our premises, they actually understand the sort of culture that we are already. And so that's the real benefit for us in terms of the process. The outcome is we end up with better workers. Certainly, the Express system doesn't replace the interview process, but what it does is enable you to avoid a lot of the initial group interviews or a lot of the staff finding interviews or screening interviews where you're getting rid of people. So with the ability to upload a video by each of the applicants, we can actually see who they are, we can see how they relate to technology, we see what they look like and whether they'd actually fit into the profile of what we actually need at a particular point in time. The smart bit of Express is that it enables us to match what we believe and see in our best staff with candidates coming through. And it does this through us being able to customise a psychological appraisal, which is quickly and efficiently done online by the candidate, and then it matches that against the characteristics that we know are important in servicing our clients. So it does that in a scientific way and an automated way that you can't always do in the HR department or with a personal interview, because it gets rid of bias. It actually continues to ask the same questions in the same way for everybody, so it's consistent and fair across the business, and so it actually produces a better outcome for us, and we get a stronger culture across the business because we've recruited against those characteristics that we really want to have, as opposed to a personal bias of potentially interviewing someone who looks like you or behaves like you or has the same belief system as you do. It makes it a much more comprehensive and efficient and consistent process. In the disability services sector, for example, we know that there is a certain attitude and behaviour that is necessary to properly provide client service, and we can actually get a feel for that out of the interview and the video that gets uploaded straight away, but we can also get it out of the psychological appraisal as well. You then always still need to interview candidates. It will never replace that, I don't believe, but it actually gets you to that second stage interview much more quickly. The view that the HR department knows best and you can't replace it with the system is an old view, an antiquated view. What we're actually doing, just like we do in every other department, is supplement human knowledge with some technology expertise. And what it does is replace those mundane, routine tasks, such as reviewing CVs, with an automated system that says, don't review all of them because they don't meet the criteria, just review these 5 or 6 or 7, spend more than 30 seconds on each resume, but actually review them and look at them in detail and then choose to actually interview or progress the progress. So it's not about replacing the HR department, it's about providing them with a tool or some expertise that they can then use to leverage to get a better outcome for the business. Yeah, absolutely, because when you recruit for the younger generations, one, they want to know, they look at you on the web, but two, they actually want to do everything now on the web as well. So SACARE, through Express, can be available 24 hours a day. They can get the application, they can fill it in, they can upload the video, they get an automated response that lets them know we've got their application and that we'll be contacting them first thing the following day. And so it actually enables us to have a presence and an active presence on the web when we're actually not at work, which is vital in terms of attracting those younger workers into the market and to us particularly. In my previous role as the Chief Executive of a large accounting and financial planning business, Express worked really well. And part of that reason was, as we try and recruit graduates out of the university, we're in a very competitive system. If we have an advantage that we look good on the web, that we interface at the type of level that the applicants are looking for, then we stand a really good chance of being able to grab them early in the process. So in terms of how does Express work in that professional services environment, absolutely fantastic. We got a significant improvement in our recruiting process and the quality of the individuals that came through many, many times over in terms of the value that it delivered to the firm against its cost. Executives and CFOs and CEOs should take plenty of comfort from using Express because one, it works, but two, it's a very easy business case to make. The opportunity cost that you save from not having to screen lots of interviews, from actually having the right candidates appear for the system, being able to demonstrate to your colleagues and your board that you've actually screened the market effectively means that this is a really easy business case to make. The benefit is huge, and the overall result to the company through reduced turnover, better staff, makes this a no-brainer. The cost-benefit analysis for Express is quite clear that it adds significant value to the business. In terms of an industry or a business where we recruit hundreds of people every year and interview twice as many of that and get thousands of applications, if you think about how long it would take to review every single resume when it comes in, even if you give it a minute or two, it blows out. Whereas if you can actually screen out those ones who are not appropriate and deal with them professionally and fairly and respond to them, then you save yourself a whole lot of time. So there's one about bulk, economy of scale. Two, there's one about efficiency. So we actually get a better outcome from the resumes, and ultimately the benefit to SACARE is all about the quality of the candidate that comes through and the fit to the culture. So if we can reduce the turnover, then that adds significant value to the business, which is the case with Express. Our success rate in the various measures that you look at has been substantial. So we've improved our efficiency. We've actually reduced the turnaround time from identifying a need to recruiting the appropriate person quite substantially. And we've reduced our turnover in the workforce because we're actually matching better because we get a better stock of candidates going forward. So in terms of an overall success, Express more than pays back what you invest in it, and in fact I'd recommend it.